private island for birthday. Where is this luxury coming from? This is the guy they claim that he is not like others. All of them, they are the same, my friend. When they are up, and look, they claim that there are people who care for black people, but Obama never live in area have a black people. He live only between very, very rich white people. The same all as those leaders who they are in the Congress, etc. They claim about Black Lives Matter, etc. But they don't live between the black. They live between the white, the rich white only. They buy a villa in area only white people there. They are hypocrite, my friend. They don't support the black people. They don't care for the poor one. And they are not for people of color as they claim. All is a hypocrisy and garbage. So for me, I don't cry for Afghanistan because I believe that this is a good thing to happen. Should have happened a long time ago. This country have no future. Islamic countries will never have peace. There's not a single country, it's called Islamic, have peace. Except if America force it. And if you don't believe me, ask the America right now to leave Saudi Arabia alone, Emirates alone, Qatar alone, Bahrain alone, Syria alone, and war will erupt like crazy. The only one stopping those Muslims from killing each other is America. This is the truth. Those countries, they cannot have peace. Islam cannot go for peace. They are always, they do like a conspiracy against each other. They betray each other. Islamic countries are countries of betrayal. There's no friends. There's no enemy. Nobody knows even who is the enemy. It's just a business. They worship one God. His name is dollar. So why Iran is not attacking Saudi Arabia? Because of America. Why Saudi Arabia did not attack Qatar just a few months ago? Because of America. Why Egypt did not attack Ethiopia? Because of America. Because of America. All is because of America. And why Turkey is invading Syria? Because of America. America allow it. If Trump, he said to Erdogan, don't go there, otherwise I will beat the hell of you. Erdogan, the puppy, will never dare. So green light from America, war would go. Red line from America, the war will stop. This is the reality. America is controlling their puppies. The king of Jordan, the king of Saudi Arabia, the king of Qatar, the king of Bahrain, the prince of Emirates. Those are the American puppies. Erdogan is one their puppy too, because the whole economy of Turkey can collapse in 2 seconds if America said, poof. Remember, Trump, he posted a post in Twitter, the currency of Turkey lose 20%. Just a post in Twitter. Did not even do anything. 20% for a post in Twitter. This country is collapsing so fast because they have nothing base. So America is the one playing the game, and now America have more things to worry about from Afghanistan. China and Russia are getting closer because the stupid American, they made them go closer. They start putting sanctions on Russia, sanctions on Russia, and sanctions on Russia, and then they start sanctioning China. I mean, those guys, they think that China is like like Syria. They think Russia is like a village in Alaska, you know. I mean, they have a stupid mentality, thinking that by putting sanctions, those big countries will collapse. It is the opposite. They get closer together, and now they're getting stronger, and now the Americans are worried at their place. So now the Americans, they decide Afghanistan is just wrong business. We have no business with it. Taliban, they are our friends. They will never shoot a bullet at us, and this is what happened right now. There's more than 5,000 Marines in Afghanistan right now as we speak. Not even a single bullet Taliban shoot at them. Total peace agreement. They are friends, as you say. So it's a new strategy of a new corporation, let us say a mindset, that we need to focus on something more important. So let us see who is the coming country to attack. because they are going to attack somebody. If it's not Afghanistan this time, we will see. There is somebody. Let us see who is the lucky. You know, let us see who is the lucky. But I hope they will not go stupid and attack Russia, because if Russia is attacked, the whole earth will be wiped. That will be the most stupid decision ever. The Russians, they are not only capable of destroying America, they can destroy the whole earth. And actually they will do. You see, many maybe Muslims, they say, oh, I hope America and Russia, they will fight. But if a fight like this happen, all the world, all the earth will collapse. So I hope they will not go stupid so far, you know, like they keep saying to Biden, why he don't stand to Russia? Like, what do you want him to do exactly? What he can do? I mean, just let me know. You know what I mean? Stand to Russia. Like, what does that mean? Go in war with them? Are you really? Stupid. I mean, this is the big words. They are empty. Or stand up to China. Can you really? Do you want to go really in war with China? Who want to go in war with China? So they will look for, you know, somebody, you know, like somebody is okay to smash. The big ones always will be safe and secure. No, India will not be the lucky. Nobody will attack India. It's the opposite. Yeah, anyway, you know, politics is dirty and ugly. For me, I feel disgusted when I see the news, because everybody is lying to everybody. And the truth is, nobody cares for you. Nobody cares for justice. Nobody cares for the poor. You know, they are willing to spend trillions of dollars for war weapon, but people cannot even afford to have vaccine. Bill Gates, he make lecturers. They put him in a stage because he donated $8 million. Can you believe this perverted idiot, filthy coward? 8 million? This is his income before he finished his coffee. $8 million. They take him from stage to stage, interview to interview, because he donated $8 million, not $800 million. $8 million. All of them, they are filthy. All of them. And the poor people always pay the price. So for me, I pray for peace in this earth, but I say to you the harsh truth, that peace will never be in countries ruled by Islam. Never. Do they have peace in Afghanistan? No. Do they have a peace in Pakistan? No. Go and see Pakistan. Pakistan, there's an areas, army cannot even go there. We're not talking about a village. We're talking about a huge territory in the size of a country. Drugs, weapon dealers. I mean, they have their own ruling. They have their own. That there's no peace in the Middle East. No peace in Islamic countries. Turkey is going to be many countries. Just wait. It's going to collapse. It's going to be divided. Kurdistan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, all those Stan countries, they will go crazy. The only one is holding them together is either the American or the Russian or the Chinese. If those three take their hand away, those countries will collapse. As simple as that. But in the same time, I am very sure that a huge war is going to erupt in the Middle East and in the territory of Lebanon and Syria soon. And I will tell you why. We change our topic now, which is not really what I wanted to do, but I will tell you why. See, those nations, war for them is a necessity. It's like a bread and breakfast. All the regime in those countries, like as an example, the King of Jordan. The King of Jordan, he signed peace agreement with Israel. But by signing the peace agreement, he granted that his salary and the salary of his employees paid by the American. Again, the stupid American, they pay for peace. I mean, what's our business? If you don't like to sign peace, don't let him sign peace. Can he go in war? No, he cannot. So they buy him. They buy the whole country. His army, his police is paid by USA. And then this guy, he claimed that he's a king. But all of us, we know that he's a puppy. Okay. Jordan king, is placed there by American to control this area, to keep the borders of Israel secure. Wonderful. Then we have Syria, already is demolished by war. Then we have Lebanon, and Hezbollah control a big site of it, and now the Hezbollah is expanding. They are in Syria, they are in Lebanon, they are in Iraq. So look what the stupid American did. As usual, stupid things. They wanted to surrender Hezbollah and Iran. And instead of doing that, they made Iran expand all the way, from Iran all the way through Syria, through Lebanon, through Iraq. So George Bush, the smart George Bush, he opened the borders of Iraq to the Iranian. So now Iraq is under the control of the Shia. The Shia, they moved to Syria. The Shia in Lebanon, now they are connected with the Shia of Iran. So now they have a long line of strategic areas controlled by Hezbollah and Shia. And not only that, the Shia group or Shia fighters, they are armed by American weapon. Because remember, it was America selling the weapon to Iraq so they can fight ISIS, alhamdulillah. So now the Shia, they have American weapon, they have American missiles, they have tanks, and they are not little party of Shia no more. So now there are hundreds of thousands of fighters. And then the Shia, they expanded their route by the help of America, again, to Yemen. So now they are here. And now they are controlling this area, which is in the Red Sea. And this is what happened just, if you remember the attack an Israeli ship by a drone. So now they can close that area anytime they want. And if they do, you know, that will be a disaster for many countries, especially for a trade business who go through the Red Sea to pass the Suez Channel. So the Shia now expanded all the way from Iran to Syria to Lebanon to Yemen. And not only that, are they done? No, they are building camps all over Africa, including Nigeria and Sudan, even Niger, and they are expanding even to Tunisia and to Morocco. So the American, because they are very smart, they always do things in the wrong way. They wanted to, let us say, suffocate Iran, but Iran is suffocating them, not financially, right? Not financially. They are suffocating them by controlling over areas which they don't want anyone to control it. And now Saudi Arabia is terrified because the Shia are taking over. They are surrounding them from every corner. And remember, Iran is just across the street. And if Iran go in war with Saudi Arabia, all those Muslim Sunni, they will be shish kebab in 2 days. Emirat, you see, many people, they say to you, go and invest and buy an apartment or a property in Emirat. That is the most stupid investment ever. Emirat will turn into a ghost town if Iran shoots one bullet. This country is so small, they cannot fight for 2 hours. Saudi is so big, but still they have no army. Their army is shish kebab. They can't even fight a group of terrorists in Yemen. They are losing the war since 3 years or 4 years. So Iran is surrounding them, and this area, this area, those Muslim Sunni, they will be demolished. Iran is getting successful to spread the Shiaism between the Muslim Sunni, and they are expanding. Soon most of Syria is going to control by the Shia. Actually already is in control. Look what the Shia now they are doing in Syria as an example. All this area here in the north of Syria is given to Shia. They are coming from Afghanistan and from Iran. So they are populating here and from Iraq. Why? Because they want to guarantee that this area is always connected to Iraq. So in the future, they can connect the two countries, Syria and Iraq. They will become one Shia country. It's just a matter of time. Right? And actually, I believe that all what's happening, I think it's good. Maybe you will be like wondering how that can be good, because you see the problem between the Shia and the Sunni is so big. It's so big to the point it doesn't matter how much USA try to hold it from not happening. Like now Biden, he want to make an agreement with Iran, right? What is the agreement? The agreement is not to attack the neighbors, right? So Biden is trying to protect the Muslim Sunni. Same as Trump. American always they try to protect the Muslim Sunni. Always. And always they side against the Shia. Always. And the only time they did side with the Shia, but by mistake, it was when George Bush invaded Iraq. Because this stupid man, he invaded Iraq, and he did it in the wrong way. The Shia took over the country, and now Iraq is going to be Shia for maybe, I don't know, until the American attack again, and then they give it to Saddam Hussein back. So, the American, they brought the Shia to be in the government, and they will never leave until American themselves take them again. And I don't think that will happen. Maybe in 200 years, I don't know. But that said, the Shia took over because they are the majority. So the expand of the Shia, I believe it's a very wonderful thing to happen, because that will end with destruction of Islam totally. That will make Islamic countries go back to the old days. And history always repeats itself. So I don't believe this is really bad. I believe this is good. Very good. And now look what will happen. If Biden he signed agreement with Iran, that would be a big mistake for the stupid America, because then Saudi Arabia will not be too much worry about Iran, and then the Saudi they will stop buying that much of weapon from America. Same for Emirates, same for Qatar. So it's not really for the benefit of America to sign any agreement with Iran. And if the Americans are worried about Israel, trust me, Iran is the last one to attack Israel. They will never do that. I believe it's going to be the opposite. I believe Israel, it might attack Iran very soon in order to prevent them from having any powerful weapon. Even though I believe that Iran will never dare to attack Israel. So all what's happening there take us to one direction. The war in these areas is coming, and it's going to be horrible. Already in Lebanon, they have no gas. They have no water. They have no electricity. There's no salaries. So Lebanon, it might be the key of the war in the Middle East area. And Syria already is in war. And the only one who makes Syria, like stay together is the Russian, Putin. If not Putin, Al-Qaeda will be controlling over Syria from a long time ago. So American, they never do something successful. They always screw it up. American government, they present for me Muhammad. Muhammad, when he says stupid things to fix stupid thing he said before. So American government always, they do something stupid to fix something stupid they did before. So all their history is trying to fix something stupid we did before. But what they do tomorrow to fix what happened yesterday is more stupid than what happened yesterday. You know what I mean? Most of the Christians in Iraq, they are gone. Most of them, they run away. Yeah. You see, the American, they gave Iraq to the Shia. That's what the American did, They gave Iraq to the Shia. The same now, they give Afghanistan to Taliban. See, there's no war. Taliban, they enter Kabul. American army, the Marines, did not even shoot one bullet, because obviously there's an agreement under the bushes. All this time, Taliban taking city after city, not a single USA American jet fighter bombed them, because there's an agreement. America need to break into smaller nation? No. Actually, I think America is not going to break into smaller nation. I think it's going to be the opposite. You see, many people do not understand that America is really, I mean, Americans are lucky people, you know. They are very, I mean, this land is blessed. They have everything. So I believe America is going to grow and grow and grow for a very simple reason. They have a lot of resource and they control a lot of important things in this earth. Same time, nobody can really go in war with them and can win. But they are not the single power anymore. You know, there is other powers like China and Russia. However, America will never be weak. It doesn't matter how many stupid Biden we have, still America will be strong. Why? Because they are so advanced in technology and they are holding a lot of resource. As an example, America is one of the few countries in the world. They can close their borders. They will not need anybody. Food, gas, oil, anything. They have everything. They have the desert. They have the snow. They have the water. They have the rivers. They have things nobody have. Nobody have. Maybe the only one can be competing with them is the Russian. But most of Russia is a desert of ice. So the Russian, they have a lot of resource, but they are not, let us say, lucky as much as the American. Same time, the American, they have lands everywhere. I mean, we have borders with Russia. We have borders 50 meters away from Russia. We have borders close to Japan. We have borders close to China. We have borders close to everybody. So, American, they have many reasons to be powerful. And I believe, actually, in the future, even Canada is going to join union with the American. You see, many of you do not know that most of the immigrant Canadian, they go to Canada, they stay there for 3, 4, 5 years, and then they immigrate to USA. Even though Canada is a great country, I mean, as a resource, it have a small population, but America is way more beautiful. Let us say more, they're lucky. They have everything. They have a tropical weather, they have islands, they have, you know, Canada is just an ice country. So they have a lot of, let us say, power to play with. And this is what makes them unique. And on top of that, they are holding a lot of technology, which nobody really have. Nobody have. So I believe America is going to be a great nation as long there is people that believe in God and they worship the true God. And if you go to the churches in America on Sunday, you will not even find one space to park your car. And maybe some of you cannot believe it. Go check it out. In Sunday, you cannot find a place to park your car in any church in USA. So, country like this, the majority of it is believers. The majority of the USA Army are Christians. I can say more than 90, maybe 97% are Christians, believers. Because the atheists, they always teach their children that army is bad, etc., you know. So it's natural that only the believers, they go and join the army because they believe in their country and they believe in God. So this country will keep holding itself as long as there's believers. The day we don't have believers in this country, then this country will be destroyed. Same as Sodom and Gomorrah. When he said to God, what if there is 10 believers or 50 believers? Are you going to destroy it? He said no. So this country still is blessed with a lot of believers. And as long as we are blessed with the believers, not only the resource, this country will stay. If we depend only on resource, this country will be demolished, the same as happened to Soviet Union. Soviet Union was the biggest, actually Russia until now is the biggest country on earth. Imagine, after the Soviet Union collapsed, still Russia right now is the biggest country literally on this earth. But Soviet Union, which contained a lot of territories and land, maybe half of this earth, yet collapsed because they were fighting God, not because they are out of resource. It was a big failure. When you go against God, you lose. Doesn't matter how strong you are. Doesn't matter how big your army. Army does not bring victory if this army have no legitimacy, if this army is not, you know, supporting justice, is not following God, army will lose. Same as Taliban, they lost. See, now they claim that they are having victory. They don't. No, 20 years they are under the shoes of the American Marines boots. 20 years. Do you want more humiliation like this? And now American, they choose by their own, we will leave. So they claim fake victory. It's the American who told 2 years ago by Trump, we are leaving in this date. As simple as that. So 20 years enter the shoes of the Marines, who supposedly are kuffar. That is a long time of humiliation. Same as Israel. When Israel were with God, Israel was victorious. When Israel is against God, Israel will lose. And what happened in the past will happen in the future. You know what I mean? What happened in the past will happen in the future. A nation who lose their God, they lose their war and they lose their peace. I will give you an example about USA. Even this is not really our topic. There's a city in USA, it's called in Philadelphia. Anyone heard of it? This is the biggest, I think it is the top atheist city in USA. I think the total atheist maybe 97%, 90 something. Go right now and search for Philadelphia drugs. People walking in the street like zombie. You know what zombie? Disgusting, scary. This is what will happen to America if we lose God. But thank God, this is only in a city have atheists. When I saw the videos first time, I could not believe it. Guys, go watch it. You will not believe it. Literally, people walking in the street like zombie. I'm not joking, I'm not kidding. And the majority of population of the city is atheist. If I know that YouTube will not, take the video down, I will play for you some of those videos. You will not believe it. It's really scary. Scary and sad. People, they go in the street, their head is down. They bend down, they don't even stand up under the influence of drugs. Look, I just searched. Look at this. I'm not going to play the video. See what drugs do? This woman, she is bending down, she don't move, she will not move. She don't, because her brain is froze. Thousands of young men and women under the influence of drugs. The whole city is drugs. And then they say to you that Biden is going to help the poor, and Biden and Obama will fix it too. Obama, he is 8 years there, and this is the end. Trump, he came after, but they vote against Trump. How he can help them? They hate him. If you play those videos, you will cry. This is what happened when cities, they go against God. Unbelievable. This is why I say, if you are a young person or old, never ever take drugs. Don't be a stupid fool. Do you see how they bend over? Because they freeze, they don't know, their brain doesn't function. So suddenly they bend down, and that's it. And look, the guy is, I don't know, this is a woman or man, I don't know. One socks, there is their panty, his panty is showing off his pant. I mean, scary. Look at this. They show you like zombie in the movies. This is really, literally. Look at this. Can you believe it? Is that really happening? If you don't go If you might think that this is like a movie edited by somebody. And by the way, Afghanistan is #1 country producer, maybe they are #1 or #2 after Colombia of drugs. You see what drugs do? Do you see how this guy with the white t-shirt? Do you see that woman? What is this? This is the devil himself invading the mind of a human being. Look at this. Look. This is America. Can you believe it? In the same time, I have to say that this is the one who come to this country is really lucky. Because you can be an idiot and destroy your life taking drugs, but you can be a person who live a good life, amazing life in this country. I went around the world from place to place. I assure you that America is the most cheap country ever. Cheap in everything. And you know, when somebody says to you, like, if you go to this country, it's cheaper. No, don't compare it this way. Compare it about income. So if I go to Indonesia, it's cheaper. No, it's not. Because Indonesian person, he make $300 or $400 a month. That is not cheap for him when he go to do shopping. It's cheap for you. So you don't compare cheaper by saying how much you spend in a country you're visiting. You compare cheaper about how much money you make and how much money you spend. But if I say to you, this is USA, who's going to believe it? This is what happened to you when atheists rule, when communists rule. And not only that, they are legalizing drugs. It's not enough what they have, they legalize it, you know, they make it legal. And there's one unique about this drugs. You see, people, they go down. Do you see how they bend over? Do you see how they bend over? I saw one when I was in Romania. The guy, he was walking and then he bent in the front of me. And then I thought maybe he need help or something, you know. But he was he froze. He froze. He's taking drugs. So now the drugs did something to his head. So they bend down and they don't leave their head up for a while, for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They stay like this. So we are fighting against drugs, and Islam is one kind of a drugs. But this is not the only drugs. Look at this. What is that? So anyway, you know, instead of going and spending money in Afghanistan to fight ghost, you know, okay, come here and help those people who are on drugs, find them jobs, take them to correction school, the hospitals, find somebody to care for them and to fix their mind, to help them to understand that this is wrong. And instead of spending our money for wars have nothing to do with us. Osama bin Laden, we killed him long time ago and we fed him to the sardine. Long time ago. There's no need for us to be in Afghanistan. And if terrorists, they will attack us, we can wipe the ground with them without even sending one soldier. We have the most advanced technology in the world. We do not need even soldiers. Soon you will see that America replacing the Marines with machines. Even soldiers will not be needed no more. This is the coming war. The coming war is not going to be soldiers no more. And the American and the Russian, they will be the first to establish an army of machines. So things is going beyond your imagination. And war is going to be different. But we cannot ignore the war against drugs, because this is international war for everybody. Look at this. Do you see this guy? He's not falling apart now. You know, he's down. He do not know why. He go down, and his brain, he stopped. That's it. He stopped there. I don't know what this drug he does to them, but that's it. He lose